Hey, my mighty friends, Tim here, and I wanted to do a list. Wanted to do a top five video on. This isn't going to be the first one. I'm going to do sad, and then the next, whenever I do a part two, I'll do saddest. But for sad moments in sitcoms, I will do a separate where it will be TV, where will be the usual, those other shows. But for now, I'm just going to do sitcoms. Now, this is one of those episodes. My name is Alex from Family Ties. The best season, my opinion. And I gotta say, Michael J. Fox's performance, I have said this a few times. This is the best performance he has ever done in his career. Alex's buddy was killed in a car accident, and he grieves. And it's a two-part of just him grieving, and it's a phenomenal performance. One of the best in a sitcom, and that is that. It is not the best when the patriarch of your family, the father of your children, your husband, the love of your life, is killed in an automobile accident. And it's not the best when what happened really to John Amos, for what is just, if you watch his interview, it's kind of sad. I'm going to put another something kind of relatable to this, even though it's not canon anymore, which is ridiculous. At least this is canon. But there's a show you may know that's one of the best to ever be made, and kind of happened to the patriarch of that family of the show, and I will talk about that one day on the saddest moments. But I am, Florida. My God, the performance. The woman who plays Florida Evans is just phenomenal. And I've said this a few times, but it is, out of anything, and I got 3 of these, that Norman Lear did. I think this is one of the most powerful ones, even though I got another one that is slightly more sad, just in my opinion, because at least she's comforted by 3 of her children and, friends and family and so forth. Bill is it Macy or Massey, and B. Arthur just did one. It's just, you feel like you know these people. You feel like you've seen these people. Walter's Problem for the 2-parter. Somebody edited all of Norman Lear's depressing moments, and there's this beautiful song in the background, and Maude, I do not have a drinking problem. Do you answer me? Or and the slap, and then, what have I done? What have I done? And then Maude's like, we're going to go through this. And I seriously can't do any justice that B. Arthur and Bill Macy or Massey did. And I'm sorry, Maude is better than Golden Girls. There, I said it. I loved this show. And I know, like, the Democrats and everything else, and I love how the Neighbors is it's just the opposite All in the Family, which is so cool and funny. I love Jeffersons, but I think this is my favorite spinoff of All in the Family. And who knows, saddest moments, you'll see. Maybe see a Jeffersons episode on here for saddest moments. Who knows? But very, very, one of the greatest for a sitcom that these two went through. For the two-parter, love it. Awesome. Just loved it. I was going to put this as number 1 because this is one of the most saddest moments that I remember watching on TV, and I even cried. But number 1 is still going to be number 1 to me. Even just, that was the first time, I'm going to talk about that when I get to that. But this is one of those, you're losing the love of your life. You're losing your best friend. And him, I think it's Carol O'Connor's most greatest moment. His acting in this scene with the slipper is just one of the, it really, in my humble opinion, like, it's got to be his performance in this very scene. Out of the years he's done, But for number 2, it's still really, it's a pretty sad scene to watch. Number 1 has got to be number 1, and that is Henry Blake leaving MASH, and then his death. The chopper he was in, it was the chopper of the plane he was in, that crashed. I think it was nearby the Sea of Japan. And radar's message in the hospital. And if you, I was watching a documentary about it. Abisanya Henry, that there's Gelbart Bell, who wrote it or directed it. He wanted to make this a mystery. What Radar says to them, and them crying, that was really genuine. Like, they know that they're not going to work with this man anymore, and that really happened. Like that, a lot of people don't do that. Like, and then it really, so much, very genuine. Even Frank crying. And the thing that gets me the most is the part when Henry leaves and says, "You be nice or I'm going to kick your, I'm going to come back, kick your butt," or something, Oh my God. I can't even, and every time, this is the first thing in a show. Like, I remember watching Roseanne before this and not understanding what death was. This was the first time I knew what I'm like, okay, this is what happens. And this is the first time I actually experienced what death is. And again, Roseanne was the first thing I watched, but I didn't get that. I lost Dan. I'm like, where did Dan go? This, I understood. I got it. I get it. And I haven't seen anything much sadder. Maybe in the next saddest moments that I'm going to do soon. Not soon enough, but soon. But it's pretty sad.